Why the coyote is so important in Native North American culture. It would be strange to talk about the importance of coyote stories without telling one. So, settle down and read one of his most popular stories. Long ago, people faced terrible winters. There was no fire to keep people warm on those cold nights. As a result, many died. Coyote heard the people's cries over the dead and took pity on them. He knew 3 fire beings on a distant mountain that guarded fire. However, they refused to share its comforting glow. Coyote asked his friends, Squirrel, Chipmunk, Frog, and Wood for help. As the fire beings changed guard, Coyote seized a burning ember. The fire beings chased him. Coyote passed the ember to Squirrel, then Chipmunk, Frog, and finally Wood. Then the fire beings returned to the mountain, unable to take the ember from Wood. Coyote taught the people to get fire from wood by rubbing 2 sticks together. Winter's chill quickly vanished. This story is a great example of Coyote's cunning, as well as his kindness and bravery. Is your personality like Coyote's?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to English for You. I'm Mike.
And I'm Laura.
And we are back with coyotes. We're learning about coyotes and how important they are to Native Americans. This is Native North Americans and feature in many of their folk tales going back many, many years. So we learned that the coyote is kind of a cunning or tricky character. He's always trying to, get extra food by tricking the farmer or something like that.
Like a fox.
Like a fox.
In most stories.
Like foxes in most stories, exactly right. But also like foxes in many stories, the coyote often finds his plans never quite work out, but many times in a funny way. And that was another interesting thing, is that many of the Native American folk stories, unlike folk stories from other parts of the world, had a lot of humor. There were a lot of funny stories there, and the coyote was one of the funniest characters. So today we're going to have a look at one of those stories and see what the coyote tries to do and find out if he or she is successful. So let's get to it. It says, it would be strange to talk about the importance of Coyote's stories without telling one. So settle down and read one of his most popular stories. That's what we will do. Relax, sit back, and let's listen to one of these stories.
I want to. Settle down 就是使平静下来或是处于舒适的位置哦。For example, after running around all day, the puppy settled down for a nap. 所以接下来课文大家准备好了吗？静下心来，我们要来听听看凯欧蒂的故事，其中之一又很受欢迎的。
Okay, next. Long ago, it says, people faced terrible winters. So long ago, this is sort of like once upon a time, something like that. Doesn't matter when, but in the past, people faced terrible winters. Very cold, very harsh, very dangerous winters. There was no fire to keep people warm on those cold nights. Oh my gosh, how did they survive?
I need a heater. Okay, long ago. 我们在听很多的童话故事就会听到这个片语。很久很久以前，跟 Mike 补充的 Once upon a time 很类似。所以这里我们是来到很冷的冬天，没有火来取暖 and
As a result, many died. Yes, long, harsh winters, no fire. That would make people die. They would freeze to death. So that's what happened as a result. Because of the winters and no fire, many died. Coyote heard the people's cries over the dead and took pity on them. Oh, what a sad, terrible time. All of these people had lost their family and friends. They were crying over the dead. But the coyote, being a good guy, being a good-hearted little animal, took pity on them. Pity is basically to feel bad for someone or something if they're they're in a terrible situation, you don't just look at them and go, wow, too bad to be you, or I'm glad I'm not you. No, you look at them and go, oh my gosh, can I help you? Is there anything I can do? Please take my coat. If you're cold, I don't care if I'm cold. I want to help you. I am taking pity on you, or just I pity you. For example, Max felt a great deal of pity for Adam when he heard that Adam had broken his leg.
Oh no. 好，刚刚其实我们一开始有听到一个片语 as a result， 就是因此。举例来说 I studied hard and as a result, I passed the exam. 耶嘿！不过这里我们先要停一下，因为我们看到今天的 language in focus, so let's take a look at that. 今天 language in focus 要看到的是 the 在接上形容词的常见用法。首先呢 the 在接形容词常常用来泛指某一类的人，那此时通常是视为复数名词，举例像是 the public 大众啦，这样子要搭配的是复数动词哦，要去记住这样子的一个规则。我来举另外一个例子，再一个例句 The wealthy也就是有钱的人 The wealthy have the means to give back and help others in need. 这里有没有发现我搭配的动词是 have 是复数的哦？这个富人有能力回馈帮助有需要的人是刚刚例句的意思。另外呢，常常我们用在 the former, the latter, the deceased 就是死者或是 the accused 被告等等的特定用法中，它也可以视为单数名词。举例来说 The robbery had two suspects, John Smith and Jane Doe. 这个抢案有2名嫌疑人，就是 John Smith 还有 Jane Doe.The former had an alibi that night. The latter did not. 前者那天晚上有不在场证明，后者则没有。另外呢 the 在接形容词也可以用来表示抽象的概念，这时候也是视为单数名词，所以当然搭配的也是单数动词。举例来说 The impossible often becomes possible with determination and hard work. 不可能通常因为决心跟努力而变得有可能哦。
All right, back in our article, we learn about the word pity.
Oh, right. Pity 其实刚刚我们有学到这个字，就是同情啊、怜悯，它是一个名词哦。For example, I felt pity for the homeless man standing in the cold rain. 那再来就是我们可以用take pity on somebody 来表示同情某人。
All right, back to our story. That's our coyote friend, he knew 3 fire beings on a distant mountain that guarded fire. Oh, so he knows where to get fire and who to get it from. However, that's the 3 fire beings, they refused to share its comforting glow. They weren't going to take pity on people, even if Coyote was. So there's the comforting glow of the fire. Something comforting is soothing. It makes you feel better when you're upset. It makes you feel relaxed when you're, worried or stressed out or something like that. It can be a hug. It can be a pat on the back. It can be a nice bowl of soup on a cold, windy day. Something that just sort of makes your situation go from not so good to better in some kind of way. It can be comforting, often by making your body more, comfortable. For example, after he fell down and hurt his knee, Eric's dad hugged him and gave him a comforting pat on the back. Nothing like a hug from a mom or dad when you've had a little accident. And we also talked about the comforting glow. So comforting can be something that touches your body or changes your body. It can also just be something that relaxes your mind. And a glow, like from a candle or from a fireplace, can be very comforting because a glow is a light but it's a soft light. It's not a very bright light, like someone shining a flashlight in your eyes or the front lights of a car. No, this is more like a candle, a fire, a street light on a foggy day, on a foggy night. It's a very soft light that we would see that makes us feel relaxed and certainly doesn't hurt your eyes or anything like that. For example, the warm glow of the fire made us all feel sleepy, so we soon went to bed.
OK， 所以课文提到的是呢，这个Coyote 他知道一座遥远的山上有3位看守火焰的神。Being 在这里就是有神的意思，而 guard 是动词哦，就是守卫或是看守、保护的意思。Comforting 这个形容词刚刚也提到，就是令人舒适的或是感到安慰的。For example, the warm blanket provided me with comforting warmth. And we also saw the word glow. 这个名词就是有火光或者是光辉、光亮。For example, the campfire cast a warm orange glow into the night.
Back to the story. Coyote asked his friends, not those fire-being guys, they're not his friends, his other friends, his better friends. Coyote asked his friends Squirrel, Chipmunk, Frog, and Wood for help. So there you go. He's got 3 friends who are little animals you would also find in North America, Squirrel, Chipmunk, and Frog, and also a friend called Wood. It's an interesting friend, Wood, but it will also be a very useful friend right around now. As the fire beings changed guard, Coyote seized a burning ember. So they sneak back to where the fire beings are protecting their fire, and as they're busy doing something, changing guard, Coyote grabbed a small burning piece of fire. So he has some. Now he just has to get away with it.
OK， 好可爱哦！其实 Coyote 他的朋友有这个 squirrel 松鼠或是花栗鼠，也就是 chipmunk， 还有青蛙以及木头，有趣吧？他寻求他们的帮忙，然后呢，当怎么样？火焰之神更换守卫时，这里呢 changed guard， 这里的 guard。就是当作名词来用哦 ，change guard 是常用片语表示守卫换岗的意思哦。这时候 Coyote 就怎么样抓了一片这个 amber，OK， 就是余烬的意思。那 seize 这个动词也有点难哦，就是抓住、夺取这样的意思。
The fire beings chased him. Coyote passed the ember to Squirrel, then Chipmunk, Frog, and finally Wood. So they're running away from the fire beings. They don't want to hold on to the fire too long, and they want to keep it away from the fire beings who are trying to get it back. So Coyote passes it to his friends. Finally, it ends up with Wood. Then the fire beings return to the mountain, unable to take the ember from Wood. So Wood has the fire, and Wood is not giving it back. The fire beings give up their chase. It says Coyote taught the people to get fire from wood by rubbing 2 sticks together. Winter's chill quickly vanished. So there you go. Yes, wood and fire are connected. In this story, they're connected by Wood stealing that little ember, that little bit of fire. And then, of course, Coyote teaches the cold humans, the cold people, to make fire by rubbing 2 sticks or 2 pieces of wood together. Winter's chill quickly vanished. Of course, when you have fire or something hot, a chill will quickly vanish or go away because a chill is a feeling of cold temperature. So, you're at home, the weather's changing. Suddenly you're like, ooh, it's a little cold. I should put on a jacket or a sweater or turn on a heater. I'm feeling a chill. You're not freezing. Your nose isn't turning blue because it's so cold. It just means you're going from sort of warm and comfortable to cold and not comfortable. For example, I feel a chill. Would you mind closing the window?
Chill 就是有寒冷啊、寒意的意思，在本课的意思，它是一个名词。For example, a chill went down my spine when I heard this scary noise.
Ooh, hopefully that scary thing will vanish and won't bother you again. Because if something vanishes, it disappears. You can't see it anymore, and it has gone away very quickly, almost like magic. Often when we think of a magician doing a trick where they put a rabbit into a hat and then, hey, presto, it's gone. That rabbit has vanished. It was there and then a second later it was completely gone. Now things vanish, of course, because of magic tricks or something, but you could also talk about something vanishing behind the clouds or vanishing when the lights go off or something. They don't really disappear. They're still there. It just means you can't see them, and that change happened very quickly. For example, the man the police had been chasing suddenly vanished into a large crowd of people. He's not gone, we just can't see him in the crowd.
Vanish 其实就是通常指那种突然消失这样的意思哦，它是一个动词。For example, the fog vanished quickly in the morning sun.
This story is a great example of Coyote's cunning as well as his kindness and bravery. Is your personality like Coyote's? Well, I'm not sure about the cunning. Being cunning might be useful, but certainly being kind and brave, I think, would be better qualities for everyone. Bravery is courage. It's not being afraid even in a situation where you could be afraid. It doesn't mean you're kind of crazy and you don't care what happens to you. It means you know there's danger, but you are willing to take a chance and hopefully avoid the danger while doing something. When we think of firefighters running into a building that's on fire to save other people they don't even know, we would look at that as bravery. They know they can get hurt. They don't have to do that. They're getting paid as their job, but they could get another job, but they still do it. That's why we salute their bravery, their courage. For example, Delia showed great bravery when she ran over and pulled the man away from the burning car. She could have just stood there and called 119, but she decided to jump into action even though she could have been hurt.
OK, 刚刚其实句子当中还有一个非常常见的片语，就是 as well as， 就是用来连接两个东西，以及什么什么。For example, I love swimming as well as biking. 那 bravery 我们应该都知道 brave 就是勇敢， bravery 是它的名词，就是勇气。For example, facing the bully required great bravery.
All right, so our For You chat is looking at animals and animals that might sort of be human-like in some of the things they do. What animal do you think would best represent your character, Laura? Explain your answer.
I am going to choose an Aussie animal.
An Aussie animal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, mate, the animal that best represents my character is a koala.
Oh, good. I thought it was going to be one of those poisonous snakes.
No,
good.
I love to sleep and veg out like they do.
Okay.
And koalas are always chilling and napping in trees. That really matches my laid-back personality. I love to sleep. I wish I could lounge around napping and munching on leaves without a care like cute koalas, and people love to hug me.
That would be really nice for a while. Eventually,
while.
you'd want to be a productive koala.
That's
go out
true.
and do stuff. But you're right. For a holiday, that's the perfect animal. Koalas seem to be on holiday all the time. So what about you guys? What animal best represent your character? Talk about that, explain why, and see if your friends agree with what you say about yourself. That could be very interesting. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you back here sometime soon. Until all the best. Be well. Take care of coyotes and each other. And bye-bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Pity. Naomi felt a great sense of pity when she saw how the war had damaged the town. Comforting. It's very comforting to take a hot bath after a long, tiring day at work. Glow. Although Peter could see the glow of the TV through the window, no one answered when he knocked on the door. Chill. Winter is here, so there's a real chill. I think I need to start wearing my jacket. Vanish. A rat ran by Judy and vanished under the sofa, and it didn't come out again. Bravery. The mayor gave the soldier a medal for his bravery in the war. Although it was very dangerous, he saved a lot of people's lives.
智慧小补帖
Chipmunk. Seize. Ember.